Hello students, in this video I'm going to discuss about maintenance management. It is a continuation of chapter number 6. The learning objectives includes introductions, meaning and definition of maintenance and maintenance management, objectives of maintenance, importance, areas, types and maintaining system reliability. The scope of operation manager is too wide, right from the planning to the execution. So the activities include quality control, forecasting, inventory management, production planning and different other activities. Among this, one of the important activities is maintenance management. Why is this important? Because for smooth flow of productivity, to reduce the wastage, to reliability of machineries, on-time delivery to your customers, etc. So maintenance is something like you are employed in a large factory and you come across maintenance cost usually. So where does this maintenance cost is incurred? There are various plant and machineries in the factory. This plant and machinery should be overhauled and their condition should be updated so that they can use for production, or else the full labor and other everything will be idle. Maintenance is important issues in operation management. Maintenance encompasses all those activities required to keep the physical facilities and equipments in good working conditions, and making necessary repairs when breakdown occurs so that system can perform as intended. So maintaining the production capability of an organization is an important functions of production system. And what do you mean by maintenance? Maintenance is that all the activity that maintain the facilities and equipment in a good working condition. It is maintenance is that, but it ensures that all the assets and other facilities in a good working condition. So in other words, maintenance is nothing but it is a function of production management that is concerned with the day-to-day problem of keeping the physical plant in a good operating condition. So it is an essential activities in every manufacturing firm, because it is necessary to ensure the availability of machines, buildings and services needed by other parts of the organization for the performance of their function at an optimal return on investment in the machines, materials and employees. So, and here we have two categories. One is maintenance activities of building, maintenance of equipments. Under maintenance of building, it includes parks, maintaining buildings, maintenance of parking lots, lawns, fences, services and utilities. This maintenance are if, for example, if some leakages happened in the building, it has to be repaired. So this is related to maintenance of building. This is generally taken related to the civil engineers. Next is other kind of maintenance equipment includes your other kinds of maintenance of equipments. There are two important branch of engineers associated with this. One is electrical and mechanical. So in under this it includes maintaining of equipments, machineries, material handling equipments, transport vehicles, office equipments, etc. And product maintenance is also part of equipment maintenance, that is finished product, their quality and the performance has to be checked. And as I told you, this is also a part of electronics. Also electronics is also part of this equipment. See, lot of equipment have a electronic component as well, so there is a involvement of electrical engineer as well. So these are the two categories of maintenance activities. So next is a definition of maintenance. A formal definition of maintenance is that function of manufacturing management that is concerned with the day-to-day problem of keeping the physical plant in good work operating conditions. Physical plant, all those equipments, machineries, other related facilities should be in a good working conditions. So here it also involves maintenance of buildings, plants, machineries, and other fixed assets of a firm, which are subjected to deteriorations due to their use and exposure to the environmental conditions over a period of time. Next, we'll move on to the maintenance management. What do you mean by maintenance management? Maintenance management is concerned with the planning, organizing, and directing the resources in order to control the available and performance of the industrial plant to some specific level. Uh, it is a function supporting production functions, and it is entrusted with the task of keeping the machinery, plant, equipment, and other plant services in a proper working conditions. So it also involves maintenance of planning, maintenance of scheduling, execution of maintenance activity like breakdown maintenance and preventive maintenance. So, and also controlling the cost of maintenance. All this includes under maintenance management. In other words, maintenance management is concerned with the direction and organization of resources in order to control the availability and performance of the industrial plants to some specified level. So next we'll move on to the areas of maintenance. Under areas of maintenance, you have three main types of maintenance. One is civil maintenance, second is mechanical, and third one is electrical. As I told you, civil maintenance is related to the buildings, so which includes building construction and maintenance of service facilities such as water, gas, compressed air, heating and ventilation, air conditioning, painting, plumbing, and carpentry work, and also includes civil maintenance are service, housekeeping, scars disposal, gardening and maintaining drainages, lawns, and firefighting equipments. This is taken care by civil engineers. Next is mechanical maintenance, which is include maintaining of machines and equipments, vehicles, material handling equipments, the boilers, generators, compressors, lubricating the machines is also part of mechanical maintenance work. Next is electrical maintenance. Electrical maintenance include equipment such as generators, transformers, switch gears, motors, telephone systems, electrical installations, lighting, fan, instruments, control panels, and battery chargers, etc. So these are the three areas of maintenance. We move on to the next. Very important is the objectives of maintenance. The purpose of maintenance is to ensure that maximum efficiency and availability of production equipments, utilities, and other related facilities at an optimal cost and under satisfactory conditions, and of good quality, safety, and protections. So maintenance function is become a management responsibility. We'll see what are the objectives. We'll discuss one by one the objectives of maintenance management. The first one, keeping the asset in a good operating conditions. Make sure that all the assets, machineries, equipments, and other facilities is working in a good condition, to optimum the reliability of equipment and infrastructure, and to ensure equipment and infrastructures are always in a good condition. Second is facilitating the safe working environment. So safe of personnel through regular inspections and maintenance of facilities such as boilers, compressors, and material handling equipments, etc. The next very important objectives of maintenance managers. Maintenance management helps main objectives to prevent the wastages. In case of breakage of in case of breakdown of machineries, there is a chances of labor and other facility would be idle. So in order to prevent that, regular maintenance inspections has to be done. It may be a preventive maintenance, or it may be a curative maintenance, but it see to that it has to prevent the wastage. Next is achieving the higher operational reliability. Make sure that all the machinery should run maximum operating efficiency. Here reliability is nothing but the maximum of output with the current resources by reducing the wastages. Reliability is that machine will be function properly for a specified time. Next one is encouraging the automation. So encouraging automation is very important, the objectives, because if because more and better automation powering a preventive maintenance plan is achievable with a right plan of action. And we have computer based maintenance management system. So efficient maintenance management reduces the manual inspection of work, and it promote automation in the production system. The next one is minimize the total maintenance cost. So the main objective of maintenance management is to minimize the total maintenance cost, which may be consists of cost of repairs, cost of preventive maintenance, and inventory costs associated with the spare parts, or material required for maintenance, etc. The next is extend the useful life of the plant, machinery, and other facilities by regular inspection. Because we use machinery on a regular basis, it is subjected to deterioration due to their use and exposure to the environmental condition over a period of time. So if you more the maintain of plant machineries, you can extend the usage of the asset. The last one is to make sure that environmental protection and the quality of finished goods. Then we'll move to the next topic, that is importance of maintenance management. So maintenance management is responsible for the smooth and efficient working of industry and helps in improving the productivity. So it helps in keeping the machines in the optimal operation condition. So this is thus material management is important for production system. We'll see one by one the importance of first one is dependability of services is one of the performance measured by which a company can distinguish it from the competitors, like from others. So this is one of the strategy of operation manager. So to establish a competitive edge and to provide a good customer services, companies must have reliable equipments that will be response to the customer demand when needed. So equipment must be kept in reliable conditions without costly work stoppage and downtime due to the repairs if the company is to remain productive and competitive. The next is maintenance is an important factor in quality assurance, which is another basis of successful competitive advantage. So inconsistencies in equipment lead to variability in the production characteristics and result in defective parts. So beyond just preventing the breakdown, it is necessary to keep the equipment operating within the specification, that will produce high level of quality. Next one is a good maintenance management is important for cost control. As companies go in for automation to become more competitive, they increasingly rely on equipment to produce a greater percentage of their output. So it becomes more important that equipment operate reliably within the specification. So the cost of idle time is higher as equipment becomes more high tech and expensive. Next is organization like airlines and oil refineries have huge investment in equipments. So if equipment fails, will destroy for such companies, they need proper maintenance to maintain equipment in a good conditions, because in this case equipments in the airlines and oil refineries would be huge investment. So in case of repairs, if it is not maintained properly, then it have a bad impact on the production. Next is many manufacturing organizations, particularly those use just-in-time programs, are operating with the inventory so low that they offer no protection in the events of lengthy equipment failure. So the just-in-time program is nowadays almost all the manufacturing organization is using. So what do you mean by just-in-time? Just-in-time is related to the manufacturing system in which parts and materials are delivered when they are needed. So it reduces the cost of storing. So it reduces the wastage as well. So this is a protection in the events of lengthy equipment failure. So these are the importance of maintenance management. We'll move on to the next very important, the types of maintenance management, maintenance strategy. So we also call this as a maintenance strategy, so which is one and the same. When we talk about the maintenance, we have to learn two very important concept, that is preventive maintenance and corrective maintenance. Preventive maintenance is nothing but when before the machines gets repaired, okay, with a regular inspection, you can reduce the repairs. So in other words, trying to avoid any breakage as much as possible, we can as much as possible. So maintenance is done at a regular intervals while equipment is still functioning with the objective of preventing the failure or reducing the likelihood of failures. So in other words, preventing maintenance, we also call it as a proactive. The word itself says proactive. Proactive is nothing but before the machine gets repaired, it has to be maintained, inspected regularly, or maybe time based or usage based. It has to be maintained regularly. So the main objectives of preventive maintenance is to minimize the possibility of unanticipated breakdowns or repairs, or to ensure the safety to the workers, and to make plant and machinery always available to ready to use, or optimum productivity, etc. So all these are main purposes of preventive maintenance. So next we'll move on to the next one, that is the second one, corrective maintenance. Corrective maintenance, we also call it as a breakdown maintenance. Breakdown maintenance where machine has to gone to repair and production stopped, and maintenance executive department will come and repair the machine and make it run and production runs. So this happens only when machine is under the breakdown. Once the breakdown happens, repairs and inspection follows. So this, we, in other words, this corrective maintenance, we also call it as reactive approach. Why it is reactive approach? Once the machine gets repaired, the inspections and repairs and inspections follows. So we call it as a reactive. So in preventive maintenance, what's the differences between preventive maintenance and corrective maintenance? Preventive maintenance is a proactive approach, and corrective maintenance is a reactive approach. Preventive maintenance is done on routine basis, regular inspection is taking place. But whereas in the corrective maintenance or breakdown maintenance, it is remedial, when it is non-routine, when the repair happens or breakdown happens, at that time this repairs and inspection follows. So under preventive maintenance, we have five types of maintenance, that is time based maintenance, failure finding maintenance, risk based maintenance, condition based maintenance, and predictive maintenance. Under corrective maintenance, we have two types. One is deferred corrective maintenance and emergency maintenance. Now first let us discuss in detail about the preventive maintenance. So as name suggests, so it is a prevention. Prevention is better than cure. So in the marked contrast to correct the maintenance in a preventive maintenance, which is undertaken before the need arises and aim to minimize the possibility of unanticipated production interruptions or major breakdowns. So preventive maintenance consists of proper design and installation of equipment, periodic inspection of plant and equipments, repetitive servicing, adequate lubrications, cleaning, painting of building and equipments. So all these are the part of preventive maintenance. So preventive maintenance can be defined as an equipment maintenance strategy based on the replacing or restoring. So here we have a two thing. One is you can replace the component part or a spare parts, or you can restore or restore it as the asset at a fixed interval regardless of its conditions. And here very important thing is preventive maintenance is done on the basis of time or based of usage. See, on the basis of time in the sense the inspections and maintenance is done maybe every month or every 3 months once or every yearly once. So that is on the basis of time, and also on the basis of usage also. The preventive maintenance is done, like after 1000 unit of productions, the maintenance has to be done, or after 5000 of units of productions, the maintenance has to be done. So it is again depends upon the usage. Okay, on the basis of usage also the preventive maintenance is done. Now let us discuss. There are 5 types of maintenance under preventive maintenance. The first one is time based maintenance. The time based maintenance is refers to the replacing or renewing an item to restore its reliability, uh, and the at a fixed time interval or a usage. As I told you, at a fixed time the inspections and maintenance is done, or regular intervals is done, interval the maintenance is done, or based on the usage, regardless of its condition, based on the usage also the maintenance is done. This is what Mowbray called scheduled restorations or scheduled discard tasks. So the main objective of preventive maintenance is to protect yourself against the failure. So maintenance of an asset on stock timetable may be fixed intervals, routine tasks, or contracted services. For example, lubricate pumps every 6000 runs. There is a there will be the maintenance of the equipment. Next one is inspection every month in the case of fire safety equipments. The next types of preventive maintenance is failure finding maintenance. It aimed at detecting hidden failure typically associated with the protective functions. Think the pressure safety valves, trip transmitters, etc. This type of equipment won't be required to function until something else has failed. That means that under normal operating condition you will not know whether this equipment is still functioning. That is, the failure modes are hidden, and since these failures are hidden, you will need to find them before you are relying on that equipment to protect you. For example, an electrical circuit system is complex and would require failure finding or detective task to be performed throughout the entire system. Now our question is how to find the hidden failure task. The hidden failure can be through alert or alarm system or shutdown system. Shutdown is when there is a overload, etc. So this is how you find the hidden failures. So failure finding maintenance tasks are aimed at detecting the hidden failures typically associated with the protective functions. The next preventive maintenance is risk-based maintenance. Risk-based maintenance is when you use a risk assessment methodology to those assets that carry the most risk in case of failure. So, for example, the hospital, we use the devices to protect human life, and the oil and gas industry that need to prevent the failures with high pressure equipments. Next, as a result, the equipment that has a higher risk and very high consequences of failure would be subjected to more frequent maintenance and inspections. So, and the low risk equipment may be maintained at a much lower frequency and possible with a much smaller scope of work. So, a risk based maintenance is a methodology for determining the most economical use of maintenance resources. This is done that maintenance efforts across facilities is optimal to minimize any risk of failures. We'll move on to the next type, that is condition based maintenance. So most failure modes are not age related. However, but most failure modes do give some sort of warning that they are in the process of occurring or about to occur. If evidence can be found that something is in the early stage of failure, it may be possible to take action to prevent it from the failure and to avoid the consequences of failure. So, however, the condition based maintenance is to core of predictive maintenance, but on its own does not rely on technology to determine the condition of an asset. Now, the main goal of condition based maintenance is to monitor and spot upcoming equipment failure. So condition based maintenance detects that maintenance should be only be performed when certain indicator shows sign of decreasing the performance or upcoming failures. At that time, the condition based maintenance can be used. So the next one, predictive maintenance. Predictive maintenance as an extension a more advanced approach to CBM, condition based maintenance, where we use potentially many process parameters gained from online sensors to determine if our equipment is moving away from stable operating conditions and is heading towards the failures. There is a sensors which understand, which we can find that there is something is not proper, something is not stable. So in other words, preventive maintenance is something more advanced. So for example, having sensors installed in HVAC machine, that is ventilation air conditioned machines, to tell us operating efficiency and expected efficiency, to tell us when we need to replace the filters. It involves the replacement and it predicts, it is a main technique to predict the future failures point of a machine component so that component can be replaced. The second type of maintenance management is corrective maintenance management. So corrective maintenance management is a strategy to restore the function of an item after it has been allowed to failure. So it is based on the assumption that failure is accepted. So, and preventing failure is either not economical or economical or possible. So corrective maintenance, we call it as a breakdown maintenance, where the machines has gone to repair and production is stopped, and maintenance executive department will come and repair the machine to make it run and production runs. So this happens only when the machine is under the breakdown. Once the breakdown happens, the repairs and inspection follows. This is your correct maintenance. And the name says that corrective maintenance occurs when there is a work stoppage because of machine breakdown. So the main objective is to get the equipment back into the operation as quickly as possible in order to minimize the interruption to the production, to control cost of repair, to control the cost of operation of repair shops, to control the investment of replacement of spare parts, to control the investment in the replaced spare parts, which are called as stand-up or backup machines, to perform the appropriate amount of repair at each malfunctions. So the decision about how far to go with the repair range from a band-aid and double gum fix to a complete overhaul. So some part can be replaced early to extend the time until the next repair is required. So these are the objectives of corrective maintenance, or we also call it as a breakdown maintenance. Under breakdown maintenance, we have again further divided into two. One is deferred corrective maintenance. Second one is deferred maintenance. Second is emergency maintenance. Now under deferred maintenance include the repairs and inspections. Include repairs and inspection that are put into a backlog due to a limited budget and resources. For this I can explain with example. NPS, National Park Services, relies on funding from US federal government, because federal government most allocate its budget to hundreds of different areas. So different maintenance is involved in for NPS. So at this time the repairs or the repairs or the maintenance will be done little later, because for this repairs there will be a huge budget, or the source of fund is not available. The next is emergency maintenance. This strategies involved performing maintenance for problem that is urgent to be resolved. However, all kinds of failure in a production plants are regardless to be very urgent. So in other words, emergency maintenance is a type of reactive maintenance that is used to prevent threat to lives, property, profitability or availability of organizations. So this is about the corrective maintenance. So thank you.